Cindy Bertram. Thanks for joining me today on Good Ship Happens, and sorry for the delay, but anyway, just came back from a very, very warm place, which is great too, so that was good too. So yes, that's why I'm wearing the hat, okay? Long story. Last week I actually was invited to go down to Texas, and then I was actually invited to be on the MSC Seascape. She's just arriving in Galveston, Texas, and Embassy Cruises just opened up their new port there, Port Galveston. It was gorgeous, amazing. The temperature's really, really beautiful, close to 80 degrees, okay, and it got really cold when I came back. But anyway, it was great to see the ship again because I actually was on her when she was christened in New York in December of 2022. And what they've done is MSC Seascape, which is MSC Cruises, they just actually docked their ship in Port Galveston, and I was there for her ribbon cutting for the Port Galveston port, which is great. It's beautiful, fantastic, and no, I've never been to Galveston, Texas, but I met some great people. I was at the other conference, so I flew down the night before and then got on the ship on last Friday morning after they did this big ribbon cutting event. It was really fantastic and a beautiful port, and just what they've done is really fantastic too. They've got a big parking garage. It's brand new, gorgeous, plus big trees. Just right, very tropical too. But anyway, she's doing 7-night Western Caribbean cruises year round now from Port Galveston. And what's funny thing too is actually it's on board the ship all day overnight, and in the morning we got disembarked about 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. But the fun thing is they did some fun kind of twists with it too, which is great too, and that was good too. So yeah, but it's really fun to see the ship. I've met some great people that I've known, also some new people. And what happened was, as mentioned, they did a special ribbon cutting. It was so fantastic to be there because I've not been there, and I'll tell you what, cruise lines are sailing beyond just going from Port Miami, and of course Port Canaveral, which is great too. That's closer to Orlando, also with Fort Lauderdale. That's beautiful too. But what's fun too is then they did a special opening event ceremony first, outdoors, beautiful weather, good snacks, great people, but also and the Norwegian Cruise Line is going to have a ship with their ships. It's going to be also sailing on there too, okay, which is really great too. And so that was really fun too. And also, this is something I just ran across today. Earlier today is actually there's going to be another ship that's going to be sailing out of Port Galveston too. I just ran across this today, and it's actually going to be, this got announced that Icon of the Seas, which is Royal Caribbean's new ship, just came out last year. Biggest ship ever built. Icon of the Seas is going to start sailing out of Port Galveston in August of 2027, which is great. She'll be doing 6 through 8 night cruises, sailing Eastern and Western Caribbean cruises too, which is great too. But what's funny too is when I got aboard the ship, of course, different entertainment, different presentations too. Plus, what's fun too actually is the business manager there answering questions on there. And the thing is, they all had their cowboy hats on. I couldn't find a cowboy hat, but that cowboy hat's on that said MSC Cruises. So I mentioned to their exec, you need to sell those in your shops too, which is great too. So that, well, I'll just wear this hat today because they had black hats which said MSC Cruises. I couldn't get one, not for sale, but it was so phenomenal to be there too. And I'll tell you what, if you're thinking about going to a different place to sail from, definitely keep in mind Port Galveston. It was fantastic, just so beautiful. Palm trees, shaded area is so beautiful, and it's further south because it's a special island too, which I didn't realize. I've never been there before, so it's so exciting to see that, and just really fun too. And as mentioned, the with the MSC Seascape, I actually seen her, and when she's christened back in 2022. But what's really great too is, like I said, the Seascape is a gorgeous ship, and they've got different things that they'll do too on board the ship when I was there. They had their different presentations on board too. They have their champagne and wine bar on deck 7. They've got their signature casino. It was closed, of course, because we were docked, but also they have their Vinci 1878 chocolate bar, which is great too. And they've got Times Square, which is great because you can actually Oh, it's beautiful. They've got a Statue of Liberty replica with beautiful lighting too. I've seen it before. It was so good to see it again too. I took a picture too myself. Anyway, they've got they got their aft infinity pool. Okay, it's adults only infinity pool. They've got their uptown lounge, which is a jazzy bar at night with live music. They've got their own gelato. Also, they got the sports bar, and you can actually enjoy game day drinks while you're watching different things too. They got the wine cellar. Butcher Cut is their American style steakhouse, which is great. And what they did was, we were on the ship overnight too, but what happened was they put us at different places for dinner, and I actually got a chance to dine at Kato Teppanyaki and Sushi Bar, and it was just amazing. It was so much fun because the chefs were really, really fun. They sang to us, and we had different tables. It was just so much fun. Didn't want to leave. The food was fantastic too, but I'll tell you what, the chefs were just so amazing, interactive too. And I took a short video of that too. It was really fun too. And of course, a friend of mine went to Butcher's Cut. They've also got their Hola Tacos and Cantina, a Mexican-inspired restaurant. But it was really great to be aboard the ship again, having been on there before. And what they did too is, what they've got too is they've got their jungle pool lounge, which is great too. It's a lounge, you can lounge poolside, but the jungle pool is really gorgeous, really fun. And the fun thing to get on Deck 20, I didn't get a chance to do it. They've got Roboton, okay? Roboton is actually a place you can actually get on board, and it's, what you do is you can actually, it's a sky high obstacle course too, and I didn't get a chance to do it. I've seen it before. It sounds so great too. And also they got their MC Sports Arena. You can play basketball or also different things too. And of course they've got their Bridge of Sighs, which is actually glass-footed skywalk. Oh, it's beautiful. You actually walking on the glass walkway. I took pictures. It was so great to see that again too, because once again, just great experiences too. And of course, in my case, what was really, really nice too was actually, we're on board the ship overnight, and guess what I got a chance to see again? I got a chance to see at the MC Yacht Club, okay? That's their ship within a ship concept, and what's really great too is I stayed in the MC Yacht Club when I sailed on the Divina back in 2014 with a friend. It was like dying and going to cruise heaven, okay? That's the best way to explain it, because you have balcony staterooms, private area, key car access, your own private butler. In fact, when I was going to navigate, I had to get on board to go to my stateroom. I didn't realize it was in the yacht club, and they had someone escort me to my room in the yacht club, okay? Also, if you want to help with your luggage, in my case, it was just overnight, one night, not a big deal. But anyway, I was on board doing different things during the day, then changed my clothes to go for dinner, and my butler walked me over to my restaurant, okay, personally. And that was the one I went to, of course, as mentioned, the Kato Teppanyaki and Sushi Bar. It was really fantastic. He walked me over there personally, private escort. And then later on, normally with regular cruising, what you do is you have to have your luggage out by a certain time. But I reached out to them too. They said, well, just put out there. What they do is they actually put in a special place, and when I was getting ready to leave, I want to get some lunch, some breakfast first. But with the MC Yacht Club, you have your own private dining area too, pleasure lounge, dining area, pool area, beautiful areas. And he escorted me to where to get some dinner at lunch, I'm sorry, breakfast. And then he put my luggage on the side, and then I called the guy, and the guy, and my butler actually came back and he helped me carry the luggage down. I just had two bags. It was really fun too. So once again, definitely keep in mind, because there are ships going to be sailing out of Port of Galveston. It's beautiful, and I'll be writing about the experience too, because once again, the Ski Steak is just a beautiful ship, and just so much fun to actually be down in Port Galveston, because now it's a growing port, and it's so beautiful. Because the thing is, you got freeways. It's less than an hour from the airports. In my case, I flew into Houston Hobby Airport. There's another airport too, but what's really great too is it's a pretty fast drive, and people really like it. Okay, and funny thing is, when I was at this other cruise show, it's when I was talking the 2 days before, and I was there on Thursday, and they were doing the trade show, and I got a chance to talk to somebody who actually works for Port Galveston too. and he was going to be on board the ship. I ran into him, of course. Friday night was really fun too, but just it's a great area, beautiful area, and this cruise port they built is fantastic. Definitely not really crowded, just really laid back. Plus the vision was so beautiful too, and the weather was great too, which is great. So I think that's really kind of fun too. So definitely, like I said, keep it in mind because I'm going to write about my experience too. But just it was really, really great to actually see a brand new port. Yes, a brand new port. Okay, and it was small too. I mean, but what's great too is this is great to be on board and see the ship again, but also arriving in Galveston too. Because once again, when we got aboard the ship, at different places to go to. They had presentations, which was fun. Musical performances too, which is great too. And like I said, just different places to see. Have been on a ship before, of course, a couple years ago, but it's great to see the ship again too, just what they're doing too, as far as having more of a southern ambiance too, okay, which is really kind of fun too. But once again, it was a great experience. I'll be writing about it too, because once again, Port Galveston is just gorgeous, and definitely keep it in mind too. And in my mind, I was thinking, okay, and I have to come back to sometime too, but it's great too, because once again, it was just great to see the ship again, but different presentations, different experiences. The energy was fantastic. We did different shows. It was so fantastic too, and it was just a great experience. So definitely keep it in mind too, okay? And also as mentioned, other ships are going to be sailing out of there too. I mentioned Norwegian Cruise Lines announced that they're going to be sailing out of Port Galveston too, coming up, I think, next year, I think. I have to check on that too, maybe real quick or two. I know Icon's going to sail out of there in August of 2027, but also I know that with the Norwegian Cruise Line, they were also there too at the opening ceremony of the port too, so they'll be having a ship sail out of there too, I think, next year, okay? Something else kind of fun too is we just had a new ship that was christened yesterday, Oceania Allura. That's Oceania Cruises. Their Allura ship was just christened yesterday, and Oceania Cruises is a luxury cruise line too, but it was really great to hear about that too. And also, another fun one too, I'll talk more about that later too, was actually Star Princess was just christened too last week. In fact, I was at Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale. I was there for the conference there. But anyway, what happened was the conference started Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I left late Thursday night to go down to Houston to be on the ship when it docked, and got on board the ship on Friday morning just for the tour or whatever, and staying by the ship. But anyway, the fun thing is Star Princess actually docked at Port Everglades too. So I get a chance to take some outdoor pictures of her myself too. I wasn't on board her christening. She was just christened, of course, last week. But what they did was they decided they selected a great godfather, godmother too, which is great too. I'll share more about that later too. And also another new ship that just got christened too was actually this week the Disney Destiny, okay? And she was just they did a special christening of her that took place in Port Everglades. I think that took place on early this week. I think on the early this week, first of the week. But anyway, the Disney Destiny, what it was, their naming festivities included a spectacle of live music and drones embezzling the sky, emblazing of the sky in Port Everglades too. And as mentioned, they did a heroes and villains theme. Okay, what they did was they had songs and scenes and characters from shows including The Lion King, Black Panther, Pirates of the Caribbean, Doctor Strange, 101 Dalmatians were featured along with a special stage setup that was in their terminal number 4 too. And while a dozen singers were backed up with instruments performing on stage 2, they had overhead drones things too, and that created shapes and also words depicting heroic images of Simba, the Black Panther, Hercules, Sword and Shield, and also different things including Maleficent's curved horns. Yes. And something else they did too was actually they had Actress Susan Egan, who's known for voicing Megan in the Walt Disney animated film Hercules, along with originating the role of Bella in Broadway's Beauty and the Beast, served as godmother. So Susan Egan was actually the godmother, and she joined Josh D'Amario, who's the chief of Disney Experiences, and Joe Schott, who's the president of Disney Signature Experiences, also with Captain Minnie Mouse and Captain Mickey Mouse, on the stage Blessed Ship too. So that just took place, and once again, they acknowledge key players and bring the Disney destiny to life, including Sharon Siski, who is the general manager of Disney Cruise Line, Bruce Vaughn, President, Chief Creative Officer at Disney, Walt Disney Engineering, also Vern Eikens, who's the CEO of Meyerwerf Group too. And before the ceremony of the christening, Disney entertained hundreds of guests, many in costumes, and the 3 lavishly decorated pavilions set up inside the terminal, also with themed cocktails and hors d'oeuvres under glittering chandeliers. And then after the naming, the pavilions served fancy desserts and more cocktails, and then which is really great too. So once again, it was kind of fun to see another ship being christened this week. I missed that one. But also, what's great too is it looks like it was such a fantastic experience. But also have Mickey, Captain Minnie, and Captain Mickey there too. It was really fun too. So definitely keep in mind, because Disney Destiny was just christened this week earlier in Port Everglades, in Fort Lauderdale. Also, what's fun too is some other news that really excites me too is Crystal Cruises, which is a luxury cruise line. They actually got bought out by Abercrombie and Kent a couple years ago when the other parent company went under. But anyway, they just announced they're going to have a new ship. It's their first new ship in 25 years. It's going to be called the Crystal Grace, and she will accommodate just 650 guests. And her inaugural voyage will be taking place on June 11, 2028. I'm sorry, and she has all suite accommodations. So that was really kind of fun too, because once again, how fun that you've got a new Crystal Cruise Line ship being built. First one in 25 years. I sailed on Crystal Cruises a long time ago. It was a really, really fantastic experience. And I'm so glad when Abercrombie and Kent bought out Crystal Cruises after the other parent company went under. But it's great because, once again, the Crystal experience I had several years ago, it was probably about 9 years ago, was really fantastic. I sailed on a cruise out of outside of New Orleans. It was really great though. And what's fantastic too is the people on board as guests were really, really avowed Crystal Cruises fans too. Like they sailed on Crystal Cruises and didn't bother to go anybody else. So I'm so glad that Crystal came back, and also a new ship coming out in 2028 is really exciting too. And that was just announced today. Also, something that's good too is we actually have, as mentioned, the Oceana Allure was just christened, I think, yesterday. And what's great too is we've got, of course, more ships coming. Oh, another one coming out in another week or two is actually Celebrity Cruises. That's their Celebrity Xcel. Xcel is spelled Xcel. And she's going to actually debut. I think right now, she's christened this week. I'm not sure. But anyway, but they just announced some new entertainment aboard the ship too, which is great too. But the Crystal Xcel is going to be really, really beautiful. And she's going to be debuting in Fort Lauderdale too. So it's been a good, kind of a good crazy week for Fort Lauderdale for the cruises that have been sailing out of there. Christened too, as mentioned, the Star Princess was just christened last week, right? And we also had the Disney Destiny that was actually christened, I think, yesterday. And of course, another one, of course, is the Celebrity Xcel. And they announced some new shows they're having aboard the ship too. They've got let's see what else too. As far as it's their 6th Edge class series of ships too. Okay, but Celebrity Xcel is an Edge class ship, which Celebrity started. This is their 6th Edge class ship too, and they've got different entertainment they just announced too. Hopefully get a chance to see her later on too. But also they've got the club. It's going to feature 2 interactive shows. They got one called 257 West and Hotel, and with 254 West, guests can find themselves in the 1980s at the closing for the 254 West Club. After closing time, guests are invited to stay for the 254 West after party. Also, Celebrity Calls Hotel. It's really a comedic whodunit performance featuring cabaret flair and razor-sharp wit, keeping audiences guessing from check-in to check-out. The whole musical numbers too, electric characters too, and they've got also live music and new dance parties to the dance floor too. They've got oh, this is kind of fun too. They've got Saddle Up Saloon. It's a country music party featuring a live band. They've got a candlelit concert experience that will celebrate classic rock's most iconic artists too. They've got the Shine the Night Party Returns, which is great, and also at the Bazaar 4 festivals, they've got Carnival Aqua, Viva, and Flora that celebrates the cultures of different destinations that the ship actually visits too. And Celebrity Excel will feature new games. They've got High Stakes, which is a mastermind elimination game show. And they've got Brain Spin. It's a fast-paced show that combines the thrill of spinning the wheel and strategic thinking. And also, oh, this is kind of fun too. They've got guests will bring a robot to life in an escape room style game that challenges guests to build a circuit board using clues and props hidden in lock boxes. And they've got also Game On the Club is back that provides a spin into retro arcade experience too. And you know, this is really kind of fun too because, like I said, they've got different things too coming up with the Celebrity Excel. I think it's just christened too. And as mentioned, there are 6 Excel. There's 6 Edge class ship too. So once again, they've got different things too. And I know she just I think it was just christened, I think this week, or it's going to be christened, okay, or last week too. That's good too. So once again, new ships coming out this week and last week too, which is great too. So it's really fun because once again, new ships are exciting, of course, but also it's good to just see the growth too, because once again, what's really great too is the cruise industry has really come a long way since we went through the pandemic with COVID-19, and things are very, very strong. People are really excited about different ships coming out too, and different ways to experience cruising. Because once again, if you think about cruising before, it really came up over 50 years ago. Prior to that, ships were really more of a transportation venue too. I mean, you had ships that actually were built to cross the oceans, transportation, but then some people came up with the idea to come, but maybe idea for cruising being more vacation too, which is great too. So that's really exciting too. Once again, it's really great too, because once again, we've got new ships coming out. The fact that Crystal Cruise is building a new ship coming out in a couple of years is great too. Plus, MSC Cruises just ordered their 7th and 8th world-class ships this week, and they'll be coming out later too. That's MSC Cruises. They just ordered their 7th and 8th world-class ships too, and also, fun too. I'll talk more about Star Princess later on too. But once again, too, Star Princess is the new Princess cruise ship that was just christened last week. But they announced something fun too. Okay. How many people like to watch the Rose Parade, right? Okay, well, guess what happened? Princess Cruises announced that the Star Princess is going to have a Star Princess float at the Rose Bowl Parade, which is great in next year, right? But how fun to have a float. The Star Princess will be a float in the Rose Parade too, which is great. They just announced that too. Also, we've got, let's see here. The fun thing is too is, going back to Port Galveston, people don't realize, but Carnival Cruise Lines have been sailing out of Port Galveston for 25 years now. So I saw one of their ships, actually was coming back from being on board the MSC cruise ship, Seascape. But where they're docked a little bit different, like I said, what I really like is what they did with the Port Galveston. It's beautiful, and it's really, I think, with Galveston, it's really the fastest growing part, and it's beautiful. My God, amazing! But it was the first, new port that Galveston's had for a bit too, but it's actually debuting the Embassy Cruises. And it opened up, of course, on November 7th. Last week I was there. It actually was, guess how much money? They worked on it for 15 months. The cost of building that terminal was actually $150 million. It'd be beautiful. So anyway, as mentioned, and this construction of the new terminal will allow cruise passengers sailing Embassy Cruises in Norwegian actually be parked in a garage right there, just a few steps away from ship 2. It's a beautiful area, and actually, it's a 160,000 square foot terminal itself was transformed from two former, it was called Del Monte Fresh Produce Company shipping warehouses for bananas and other fruits. So they took it over, and they spent over $156 million to build that port. It's gorgeous. I mean, I could talk about that forever, but anyway, they've got beautiful. And as mentioned, you've got they have different areas to go in and walk into. It's great too. Lines for security, and check in before you board the ship too. And also, what's great too is it was great to really see people there. And also, it's actually, by the way, the 4th largest cruise port in the United States. Yes, the 4th largest cruise port. So that's really great too, because once again, cruise lines have really been investing heavily in Galveston, and I can see why, because it's a great port, so beautiful, and it's actually, Port of Galveston is actually an island. You just take over the water, but it's beautiful and amazing. And the thing is, like I said, you've got 2 airports you can fly into. I mean, I flew into Houston. There's another airport too you can fly into. Houston worked out better for me, but once again too, as mentioned, we've got Carnival been sailing out of Port Galveston for 25 years. And also, I know that Royal Caribbean's going to have, I can see sail there in a couple years too, 2027. But the ribbon cutting christening was just an amazing experience. I'm so glad to be there too. And it's actually, like I said, it's Terminal 16, okay? And that's Embassy Cruises. And then, I mentioned Norwegian Cruise Line. The Norwegian Viva is going to start sailing out of Terminal 16 December 13th. So, in a couple months. And then in 2027, I think Norwegian Cruise Line is going to offer year-round cruises from Texas Port City too. So once again, it's just really great to see this as an option and actually be there myself and experience it firsthand. It's just amazing. Okay, and that's why I'm wearing the hat, because it was fun to go to Galveston too. It was beautiful. I mean, amazing just to go there too, and it's almost like a hidden gem. But the people there are so nice. And I'll tell you what, on board the ship, I was on board the ship too when I was at their christening of the Seascape back in December 2022. But I'll tell you what, the staff was just amazing. They were so energetic, so happy to be on board the ship, and amazing. They did everything. I mean, just so friendly, amazing, and just, it was amazing. The cuisine was fantastic, of course, too, and the entertainment was fantastic too. But I just really loved it. It was amazing, and it's just exciting to see new ships coming out there too. You know, just another way to kind of build up presence of ships sailing from different ports in the United States too. Because once again, I flew back, had a nonstop flight, worked out perfectly too. And something else that just came up too is, of course, we've got, I talked about, with the Star Princess, okay, that's Princess Cruises' new ship, and she was just christened last week, but I saw the ship when she's actually docked in Fort Lauderdale. It's Port Everglades there too. Looked beautiful. I didn't go aboard too because they're christening the ship officially, but it was really nice to see that ship too, because once again, it looks beautiful. And with the Star Princess, of course, too, she has a capacity of 4,320 guests. Okay. And it's their second Sphere class ship. The entertainment looked fantastic. I saw a lot of videos when I was online too. And what they did too is they've got, it's their second Sphere class ship. So they got expanded venues too, advanced technology, and as mentioned, she was just christened last week. And what they did was they had special godparents, okay? The godparents are selected to actually christen, name the ship for it's a special ceremony too, and usually cruise lines will pick a celebrity or someone famous to christen their ships. Originally, the tradition of being christening a ship was actually being a godmother. Okay, they usually selected women to christen ships, but lately what's been kind of fun too is they don't always just have a godmother christen the ship. One good example is with Norwegian Cruise Line. They actually had a godfather christen the ship. Okay, that was actually Pitbull. I was there. It was amazing. It was a celebrity escape, and he christened the ship, and it was fantastic because he was actually the first godfather to christen a ship too. We've had those now too. Plus, what's really fun too is with Star Princess, what they do is they selected Matthew McConaughey and his wife. Okay, so it was Matthew and Camila McConaughey. They actually were godparents of the Star Princess. They christened the ship, and what's fun too is usually ships are christened with champagne. Okay, now sometimes they change that. One good example is with Celebrity Cruises. I was there. They actually had Malala christen the ship. I don't know if you know her story or not. She just published her book, but Malala actually was from Pakistan, was shot. She's very advocate of helping young ladies too, and she actually was the godmother of the Celebrity Cruise Line ship. So in this case, they christened that ship with a big bottle of water. But with the Star Princess, what's great too is they christened the Star Princess with I think they have tequila brand too. Let me check real quick too. But Star Princess was actually christened with the brand that Matthew McConaughey and his wife have too. But how fun, because once again we have different ways to kind of customize things too. And it's just really kind of fun too. I love it, what they do too. But that special ceremony was really fantastic. It looks fantastic too. They did different things too. But like I said, it was so fun that they picked Matthew McConaughey to kiss the ship with his wife too. They were godparents together, so that was kind of fun too. But like I said, they've got their own liquor brand. I think I'm checking it real too to get it right too. Just great too. But they christened the ship with their own liquor brand too. Let me check it real quick here. It's really funny. It's really kind of great too. Like I said, I've seen what I saw videos of it too. It was really fantastic, and I'll show one later too. But once again, she's just christened, but great to actually customize things, kind of fit who they pick for the godparents, not just the godmother all the time too. And another good example of having sometimes they have famous stars christen ships. A good example too is with the MSC. Their new ship, which I was at the World America, that's when they had Drew Barrymore christen the ship. She was the godmother, which is fantastic. I was there. What they did was they decided to change their branding to, don't time people think about, okay, time to take a cruise, but with MSC Cruises and also with Drew Barrymore's help too, they just decided to change their branding to Time to Holiday, okay, which I love because once again, who doesn't like the holiday? It was fantastic. Just amazing what they were doing too. Really fun things too. So, but once again, to actually have Matthew McConaughey, he christened the ship, of course, with his wife. And he's a well-known actor, but also they actually have they have their own liquor brand too. I think it is tequila. Let me check and see one more time if I can find it too. It was great too. So they use that to actually christen the ship too, which is great. So how fun. And as mentioned, they've had their special, I think it's tequila. I'll check that for next episode next week too. So I've got the facts correct too. But it's really fun to see that taking place too. And I have a short video that we'll be sharing too towards the end of my show today. But once again, new ships coming out. Somebody christening right now, which is great too. Of course, Brilliant Lay was just christened in September, okay, and that was taking place in New York. And of course, then the Star Princess was christened last week. Celebrity Excel is coming up, I think, this upcoming week too. That is Celebrity Cruises' new ship, and I think she's going to be christened actually officially November 18th next week, which is great too. And it's their final ship of their Celebrity Excel class ships too, which is great too. Her capacity is just 2,918 guests, and as mentioned, she's going to be christened next week. Of course, we just had the Disney Destiny, which is christened, of course, too, and then we got later on, of course, the I know Disney Adventure is supposed to be christened. That's our next ship coming out, I think, end of this year too. And of course, we've got one thing too is with Windstar Cruises. They're a great company. Been around for a long time. Fantastic. They got their new ship coming out. Okay, that's the Star Seeker. I think she's coming out this December. And as mentioned, with Windstar Cruises, they're smaller. They bring that more kind of yacht concept too, which is great too. They've got great people that work there. And once again, Windstar Cruises with this ship, the Star Seeker, will have a capacity of 224 guests, and her tonnage is just 9,339 tons. And she is going to expand the Windstar Cruise fleet this year. And once again, right now, Windstar Cruises, they currently operate 6 ships. And they've got their Star Class vessels. These include, of course, a Star Breeze, a Star Legend, and a Star Pride too, which is great too. Another one coming out next year, of course, is Four Seasons 1. That's Four Seasons Yacht. She's coming out next year, I believe, in March. And it's their first ship, okay? But it really kind of pulls the information from their Four Seasons Hotel and Surf Club. And it features 95 luxurious suites, okay? And it's got like a yacht type concept too, which is great too. They've got plunge pools. I know they've got their terrace decks, floor to ceiling windows too, which is great too. And also they've got a special captain who will actually be the captain of the Four Seasons 1. That is actually Captain Kate McHugh. And she was actually with another cruise line, Seven Cruises, for 10 years, decided to step down after her cast passed away, but she actually is going to be the captain for Four Seasons 1, coming out now in March next year. I actually had a chance to talk to her briefly when I was at the Sea Trade Cruise Global Conference earlier in spring. It was great too, because she's going to meet her team. So once again, we've got different options coming out there too. And as mentioned, I've spoken about new ships coming out this year. We've got most of them in now, but also we've got new ships coming out next year. Of course, I mentioned Four Seasons 1. And then, of course, with Star Seeker, that's Windstar Cruises coming out this December, I believe. And then, what's great too is Emerald Cruises. They've got their new ship coming out. It's called the Emerald Kaya. That's coming out April next year. Her guest capacity is just 128 guests, and she's going to be offering from April 4th. Her inaugural season next year is going to be 11-day Mediterranean cruise. Also, Adriatic and Aegean Seas too. And then the Norwegian Luna, that's Norwegian Cruise Lines' ship, another one coming out next year in April. They haven't really released the date of that one. Also, we've got Legend Seas, that's Royal Caribbean's new ship too. That's coming out, I think, in July next year too. And Legend, they'll have a capacity of probably about 5,610 guests based on double occupancy too. And then, of course, Four Seasons Yacht, their next one will come out, I think, next year too. Four Seasons Yacht 2 maybe next year. And also we've got Windstar Cruises, as mentioned, Star Explorer. Also we've got the kind of fun too is they've got American Cruise Lines. They've got 2 ships coming out next year. The American Maverick and the American Ranger coming out next year. And not sure when they're coming out officially yet, but once again, these are smaller ships, just a capacity of 125 guests too. Also, we've got Explorer 3. That's Explorer Journeys. That's their 3rd ship coming out in August 3rd next year. And then going into 2027, we've got the other Explorer ships too. We've got Explorer 4, 5, and 6 coming out, I think, in 2027. And also we got more Norwegian Cruise Line ships coming out too. And we've got more Prima class ships coming out in, I think, 2027, 2028. And the Carnival Festival is going to be actually debuting in 2027, which is great too. Also, as mentioned, they just been doing updates on the MC World Atlantic. That's MSC Cruises' new ship coming out 2027. And we've got, let's see, the Tropical, Carnival Tropical is going to come out, I think, in 2028. But these are just several different ships coming out too, which is really, really great too. So once again, new ships coming out always excites me. But also the christening events are so wonderful. And I think it's just so great that we've got the growth, such great growth going on in the industry too, because once again, it kind of showcases the growth in the industry. And I think that's really wonderful too. So that's just kind of fun too. And also, Costa Cruises finally going to be building their first new ship in 25 years. That's going to be, as mentioned, the Crystal Grace coming out in 2000. I think 2000. Let's see here. I think 2000. Let's see, which is going to be. May 2028. But once again, they're going to be opening sales too. So if you're interested in going on Crystal Grace, I love the name too, don't you? It's going to be kind of fun to. I should be able to maybe take a look at that. Maybe get a cruise book too in advance too. It's great too. So once again, it's really great too. As mentioned, new ships coming out in different classes of ship too. Once again, and just so many options to think about too. Because once again, we've got with the Brilliant Lady, which just debuted from New York. That was Virgin Voyages' new ship, and she's offering cruises right now in the Caribbean. Then she'll be transitioning through the Panama Canal, coming back out, and then she's going to be offering Virgin Voyages' first Alaska cruises too, which is really, really fun. And once again, Alaska cruise season actually goes usually from May through September. They have to pull out by then because water gets too rough and cold. But once again, too, for the Brilliant Lady sail on Alaskan cruises in next summer, it really sounds like a fantastic experience too. So once again, just exciting things going on. As mentioned with the Star Princess, which is christened last week. That's fun too, and she's got different venues on board too, which is great too, and just so many fun things going on in the industry. And as mentioned, to see how ships are christened, how they're built too, it's just really great too. So I think it's wonderful too. I love it. Just it's so exciting too. So and new ships coming out and christenings are really great too. So I think it's really kind of fun too. So just it's great to see that coming up too with new ships. And of course, like I said, I know that the Norwegian we've got the Oceania Allure just came out, of course, which is Oceania Cruises, Luxury Cruise Line too. Plus, we've got, of course, coming out just a little bit too with Celebrity Cruises, Celebrity Excel coming out too. But that's really great too, because once again, it's great. It's great to kind of see what's going on in the industry, because there's a lot of good excitement going on too. And once again, they keep adding more ships, which is great too. Once again, though, too, it's a growth industry, very safe. And once again, you've got different venues to sail from now too. I really like the expansion with Port Galveston, because actually having a chance to go there and experience it was just fantastic. I loved it. I've never been there before, so it was really great to kind of see that in person. And they had different executives from Galveston there too, which was really great too. It was just a great way to kind of experience it firsthand too. And having already sailed on or been on board the Celebrity Seascape when she christened in December 2022, it was really great to see what they've done on the ship. It's beautiful. They've added some more ambiance as far as the Texas kind of ambiance too. It's great too. And it was really great too, because once again, it's good to see things in person too, which I really, really like too, more than ever. It's really fun too. So once again, it's great too. The great things going on in the industry too. And like I said, so many ships coming out. As mentioned with the Seascape, of course, too. As mentioned, she's beautiful and fantastic shape. Just fantastic. You wouldn't realize she's a couple years old, but once again, too, is just some beautiful things going on with her too. And with her debut, it's just so exciting too. Once again, it's her new home port in Galveston, Texas. And once again too is as mentioned, that's their new Texas home port, which is great. And what's fun too is I just got something. I just watched part of it this morning, but also what they did was, as mentioned, MSC Cruises officially marked its entry into Texas market with Seascape and her new home port, but also they also partnered with NBC's Today with inducing a new Read with Jenna installation on board the ship too. It's a cozy on-deck reading nook that brings books and storytelling to the high seas for all guests of all ages too, which is great too. And they just shared that too. As far as the Seascape stuff too, I'd mention more about the Seascaper stuff too. Is they've got entertainment was fantastic. They've got let's see, they've got 2,270 cabins featuring 7 different types of suites. They've got 11 dining venues featuring, 19 bars and lounges. They've got their options including alfresco dining and drinking. They've got 5 swimming pools, which is great. Also, they've got the MSC Yacht Club, which is really fantastic. That's it's private area, ocean views. I see it in the MSC Yacht Club myself too, which is great too. Also, they've got a spectacular glass forward bridge of size on deck 16 with a unique view of the sea. What you do is it's a glass bridge, very, very safe, but you can walk on the bridge and look down and see the oceans. It's beautiful, and just part of the pool area too. It's great too. And also, more about Port of Galveston too. She's located, it's the entrance to Galveston Bay and also their Houston Ship's Channel. The Port of Galveston has been a thriving maritime commercial center since 1825. That's interesting, isn't it? And also, she's just 45 minutes from open seas. It's an 840-acre port with infrastructure to serve growing cruise, cargo, and commercial businesses too. And as mentioned, it's the 4th ranked cruise home port in the United States with 4 cruise terminals, including the new one that they just opened for MSC Cruises. Took them 15 months to build it. It's gorgeous.
We may do the video loaded up, but we got it loaded up, and we can wrap up the show and everything like that. But here's the short videos that you sent and everything like that. But we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but we got it going, and we can
Okay, that's
wrap
fine.
up with that to close out.
Thank you. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. You